Answer. The long walk is the answer.
Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. So, you just finished watching The Long Walk 2025, and now you're probably sitting there with your jaw on the floor. Who actually won? Why did Garraty sacrifice himself? And wait, wasn't the ending in Stephen King's book completely different? Don't worry, you're not alone. This film left a lot of people stunned, confused, and even emotional. In today's video, we're breaking down The Long Walk ending explained, going through all the biggest differences from the novel and uncovering what it all really means.
Miles per hour. Walk until there's only one of you.
Quick refresher, what The Long Walk is all about. Before we break down the ending, let's set the stage. We're in a dystopian America, ruled by a totalitarian regime. Every year, 50 teenage boys, the Walkers, compete in a deadly contest called The Long Walk. The rules are simple but horrifying. You must keep walking at a minimum of 3 miles per hour. Slow down too much, stop, or step out of line, you get a warning. 3 warnings, and you're executed on the spot. The last walker alive wins a cash prize and 1 wish. Literally anything they want. Enter Raymond, Ray Garraty, played by Cooper Hoffman. He's our protagonist, and he forms a close bond with Peter McVries, along with other walkers like Stebbins, Arthur Baker, and Collie Parker. But unlike the book, Garraty in the film isn't just a kid swept into this nightmare. He has a mission. The Major executed his father in front of him and his mother. Garraty secretly plans to win, claim his wish, and assassinate the Major. Yeah, you can already tell the movie's version is much more Hunger Games style rebellion than King's book.
And the blood will flow suddenly.
Who actually wins the long walk? This is the million-dollar question, right? Who's the last one standing? If you've seen any Death Game movie, Battle Royale, The Hunger Games, Squid Game, usually the main character is the winner. But The Long Walk flips that trope. Throughout the movie, we're following Garraty. But when it comes down to the final 2, Garraty and McVries, Garraty chooses to sacrifice himself. He stops walking, allowing McVries to win. Why? Because McVries represents hope, love, and the possibility of life beyond vengeance. Garraty, consumed by rage and trauma, realizes he can't carry that torch. So instead, he literally passes it to McVries. His last words, "And I love you," to McVries, confirming what had been building between them all along. And this is where the film leans into something Stephen King only hinted at. The bond between Garraty and McVries isn't just friendship, it's brotherhood, yes, but also heavily romantic coded. From that rainbow scene to the way they look out for each other, to Garraty's dying confession, the film makes it clear these two loved each other. It's raw, it's tragic, and it completely reshapes how the ending hits.
You'll walk as long as you can.
How the ending differs from the book. Okay, King fans, let's talk about the big deviation. In Stephen King's novel, Garraty is the last one standing. McVries dies earlier, choosing to sit down peacefully. Garraty wins, but his victory is bleak. Instead of celebrating, he sees a mysterious dark figure in the distance, beckoning him to keep walking. The book ends with him breaking into a run toward it. Ambiguous, haunting, and very King. But in the movie, total reversal. Garraty sacrifices himself, McVries wins, and then McVries uses his wish to do what Garraty wanted all along. He asks for a carbine, aims it at the Major, and kills him. Then he just keeps walking into the rain. This changes the tone completely. The book says nobody really wins. Trauma never ends. The movie says someone can win, but only by carrying the burden of love and vengeance intertwined. It's not hopeful exactly, but it does add that revolutionary spark, especially compared to the book's endless despair.
Walk me a while.
Yeah, I do, Pete.
Garraty's journey from vengeance to love. One of the most powerful shifts the film makes is Garraty's motivation. In the book, Garraty doesn't really know why he's there. He's a teenager, naive, swept into the system, maybe subconsciously rebelling against his dead father. His reasons are vague and his end ambiguous. In the film, he has a clear mission: revenge. He wants to kill the Major for his father's death, almost like a Katniss Everdeen way, striking a blow against tyranny. But McVries constantly challenges him. Don't let hate consume you. Don't let vengeance destroy you. And in the end, Garraty listens. He lays down his life, proving that he chose love, his love for McVries, over hate. That's a huge shift in meaning. King's Garraty represents doomed youth trapped in cycles of violence. The movie's Garraty, he represents choice, the choice to break that cycle, even if it costs him everything.
Short friendship is better than no friendship, right?
That's what I've been saying,
That's
man.
what I'm be saying.
McVries' journey from love to vengeance. Now here's the twist. McVries spends the whole movie being the heart of the group. He's charismatic, he's hopeful, he's the one keeping spirits alive. He tells Garraty to go back to his mother if he wins. He preaches love over hate. But when Garraty dies, McVries flips. His final act isn't mercy, it's vengeance. He takes Garraty's wish and executes the Major on the spot. And then he keeps walking, alone, into the rain. So what do we make of that? Did McVries betray Garraty's sacrifice by embracing hate after all? Or did he do it out of love, honoring Garraty's original wish and making sure his death wasn't meaningless? That ambiguity is what makes the film's ending so layered. You could argue McVries both honored Garraty and doomed himself. Love and hate became inseparable in that final moment.
You don't think about making it to the end, just making it to the next moment.
Why is the ending so ambiguous? The last shot is pure cinema trickery. McVries shoots the Major, but then nobody reacts. No guards rush him, no crowd scream, no chaos. Instead, the camera just stays with McVries, walking into the rain. It feels unreal, dreamlike, almost like Garraty's hallucination at the end of the book. So what's happening here? Two possible reads. Literal. McVries actually killed the Major on live TV, and the film cuts before soldiers execute him. The revolution begins with this single act of defiance. Symbolic. McVries was shot immediately after killing the Major, and everything after is in his mind, his own version of Garraty's endless walk. Either way, the movie keeps King's spirit alive. The ambiguity is intact, even if the events are different.
Who's ready to win?
The Major's role, symbol of oppression. Let's not forget Mark Hamill's Major. He's not just a villain, he's the system. He's the smiling face of authoritarianism, the one telling kids this deadly game is for the good of the country. In the book, the Major survives. In the movie, he dies. That choice matters. By killing the Major, the film turns him into more than just a symbol of oppression. His death becomes symbolic revolution. Even if McVries doesn't survive, the message is clear. Tyranny can be challenged. Thematic core, love versus hate. This is where the movie really diverges from King's novel. King's book is about inevitability, death, trauma, cycles of violence. Nobody escapes. Even if you win, you lose. The movie reframes it as a struggle between love and hate. Garraty starts with hate, but ends with love. McVries starts with love, but ends with hate. Their bond embodies both. And that rainbow shot, it's not subtle. Love is the only thing that makes the walk survivable. But even love, when twisted by grief, can lead to vengeance.
Maintain a speed of 3 miles per hour.
Other key differences from the book. Let's run through some of the other changes because there are a lot. 50 walkers instead of 100. Easier to film, less crowded. 3 mph minimum instead of 4 mph. King himself asked for this change, saying 4 mph nonstop is physically impossible for days. Backstories condensed. Characters like Olsen, Scram, and Percy are either cut or blended into others. Crowds banned. In the book, the boys constantly pass cheering crowds. In the movie, it said no crowds are allowed. This keeps the focus tighter on the walkers themselves. Romance toned differently. In the book, Garraty fixates on his girlfriend Jan. In the movie, Jan doesn't exist, shifting the emotional focus onto Garraty and McVries. All of these changes streamline the story, but they also sharpen the movie's core message. This isn't about lust, fame or spectacle. It's about human connection, love, friendship, survival.
This woman?
I'm so sorry!
So why did they change the ending? So the big question, why did Francis Lawrence and J.T. Moldner change the ending so much? Two reasons. Cinematic storytelling. A movie needs a more visceral climax. Garraty seeing a shadowy figure and running into the distance might work in prose, but on screen, it risks being too vague. Killing the Major, though? That's cinematic fireworks. And modern relevance. King's novel reflected the Vietnam era. Boys drafted, dying senselessly, society cheering them on. The movie speaks to today's anxieties, authoritarianism, systemic oppression, and the question of whether love can survive under a brutal regime. By flipping Garraty and McVries' roles, the film emphasizes sacrifice, revolution, and the blurry line between love and hate.
You're right. Every moment matters, especially at the end.
Our nerdy thoughts. At its core, The Long Walk, both the book and the movie, ask the same haunting question. Why do young people sign up for their own destruction? In the book, it's about blind patriotism, peer pressure, and the inevitability of death. In the movie, it's about systemic control, how the system pushes everyone into the walk, promising riches and glory while hiding the brutal truth. Both versions end in ambiguity. Both deny us a clean victory, but the movie leaves us with something the book didn't. The idea that love, even twisted by grief, can spark rebellion. So who really wins the long walk? Nobody? Everybody? Maybe the audience? Because both versions force us to reckon with the systems we live under and the choices we make within them. So what did you think of The Long Walk 2025's ending? Do you prefer King's bleak, ambiguous original or the film's more revolutionary twist with McVries killing the Major? And what do you think? Did McVries really keep walking into the rain, or was that just his final hallucination? Drop your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear your interpretations. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more breakdowns, and share this with your fellow King fans. Because in the end, we've all still got miles to go.
The long walk is the answer.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.